What's going on, my London Reacts fam? Today we're checking out the best of the quarterbacks and wide receivers from the NFL's Combine 2026. Let's see what it's saying, man. This is a long video, but it's also the most viewed. So hopefully we're getting to see a good all round here. Maybe a bit of dribbling, a bit of running, maybe a little bit of weights, free weights. Let's see.
Then you've got the wide receiver class. How do you rate them?
It's stacked. It's stacked
Okay.
not only at the high end, where I've got 5 in the top 20 players, as you'll see right here, but it rolls deep.
Let's see who we're working with. Ohio State. I don't know what SC stands for. I don't know what the one with the trident is. Is that Ohio? Nah, Ohio State. I'm guessing the purple is Washington. Cooper Jr. Heard of Cooper Jr. Alright.
It rolls deep into day 3.
Who's coming to the Rams? That's what I want to know. Who are we going to get?
Group. That's going to be on display today. You see there at the top, it's Carnell Tate and Mekhi Lemon to go along with Jordan Tyson right behind them. But with Tate, not a surprise, Ohio State giving us a wide receiver, and they do it each and every year. And he is the vertical stretch receiver who has a big frame, big speed, and can really track the ball and can elevate and play above the rim if that's required.
Nice to see a bit of his highlights.
If you're looking for more of a slot receiver, then you can go to another wide receiver factory at USC and Mekhi Lemon.
He's off.
Very quick. He's strong and sturdy and tough. He works in the middle of the field, and he catches a lot of
Giving me
balls
Puka vibes.
We were all been talking about Fernando Mendoza all week, and honestly, since he won the national championship as the de facto first overall pick in the draft, who's 2 on your quarterback draft board?
Yeah, for me, it's Ty Simpson. We saw him walking in
Ty
to
Simpson.
the stadium, and he's going to let it rip today. I'm excited to see him throw. He's my 40th overall player. There's a lot of quarterback-needy teams out there, though, Rich, and he's got a chance to push his way into the first round.
And every other quarterback not named Mendoza feels the same way, so there's going to be a lot of quarterbacks out there trying to make another name for themselves after being
That
a big
Pearson
man
is
on
crazy.
campus. It's a big day at the scouting combine.
We're going to get into this or what? What are we waiting for here?
So we'll get these 5 quarterbacks to run, and then they'll let them cycle back again and run again.
And then the wide receivers.
And then the wide receivers will have the floor.
Alright, let's see what's a fast dash for a QB. 4.72. I think 4.36 or 4.37 was the fastest I saw on the wide receivers. 4.66. That's a good speed.
Here's Joe Fignano from UConn.
4.84. Okay.
This is Rip Hamilton. You want to go there?
Thank you.
This guy's 6'5", bro.
Now you're back. Here's
Let's go, Taylen Green.
Who crushed it.
He is striding that out.
4.37. Jesus Christ.
Oh. Woo.
Jesus.
43.5-inch vert, 11.2 broad.
I don't think anyone's beating that still. I don't think he's beating it.
40.
All right, now I'm curious. Same school. Remember Matt Jones back in the day?
Well, Matt Jones ran a 4.38 in 05, which is the second best 40 and only one of 2 sub-440s ever run by a quarterback here. There's the 43.5 and the 11.2 broad and the 4.3740. That's a very Sonny Styles-like performance here. Haynes King, the aforementioned.
4.47. He looked slower than he was.
Stacey Dales, take it away.
Yeah, Arkansas quarterback Taylen Green is also doing his thing, Rich. Oh my goodness, he is putting on a show. A 4.37 unofficial 40. We'll get the official shortly on that. Second best for quarterbacks all time at the combine. 43.5 vertical. That is a record for quarterbacks. The 11.2 broad is a record for quarterbacks. Here is the 40. He told me anything 4.39-ish. That start was critical. He said that was the focus of his training. Because he knows how tall he is. He needed to get out quickly, and there is the vertical, which, by the way, he said to me, is the highest he has ever gone. But going back to that 40,
Killed it when he needed to.
I'm 6 feet tall. He said to me, listen, I'm 6'5", 6'6". The start was such a huge emphasis in my training. He absolutely nailed it. His comp, by the way, is DK Metcalf. Look at the
43. He beat him on the vertical. milliseconds slower on the yard dash. What's WT? Weight, I'm guessing. Similar weight, similar height, little bit taller, in fact.
Those numbers, DK, of course, the 4.33, they're official, so we'll wait on that official time. But he out-jumped DK Metcalf in the vertical jump. And by the way, he said that his adrenaline was on fire. Hey, Arkansas Razorback football, we feel you. Get up, Taylen Green. We're right there with you. His adrenaline was so on fire that he took the advice of his trainer, and he said to me the advice was, adrenaline is one hell of a drug, Rich.
It is indeed. While we were gone, the second run of Vinny Anthony.
Need on Bell.
Better.
Nice. Dylan Bell.
Bell.
Looking good. 4-5.
Four flat.
Great time.
Good time.
He can find another gear.
He has here.
Yeah, that's real. That is play speed plus time speed. That's a match.
Much
4-4-9.
better.
That's a great time for him. Again, look at how strong he is. That's fantastic.
Lee Bernard, 4.49. Wow, that's a heck of a comp.
Well, this is, again, the numbers throw this one out there when
Jackson
you look at
Smith
how
and
similar they
Jigbo.
are in the body type, the weight a little bit thicker there with Bernard, but the 40 time and the jumps translate. Both guys incredibly tough. JSN, even though the 40 times are different, maybe a little more quickness, a little more sudden, but Bernard, instinctive, quarterback loves him there at Alabama, and just the grittiness and toughness is what you love.
Zachariah
you wanna hang out
Branch.
in the right neighborhoods.
Seemed like he stumbled. He
Ooh,
stumbled to a 4.36.
Jesus.
Chris Brazzell of Tennessee.
4.36 with a stumble start is crazy. 4.37.
I'm telling you, it's not going to stop now.
Yeah, the wide receivers is where the low numbers will come in, though. That makes sense.
There he goes.
I like LSU. I don't know. Maybe that's the team that I need to.
Ladies and
Is
gentlemen,
LSU a high school or a college?
moments ago. 4.33 into a 4.31.
4.31 is
Get hung up
crazy.
on the production with him.
Jeff Caldwell
4.32.
saying we have killer C's as well, sir.
Stand up for the letter C.
Wow.
Stand up for letter C.
See, there's a lot of interesting veterans.
Louisiana State University. So yeah, maybe that's where I like. I don't know. I like purple's my favorite color. Cooper Jr. This is who people have been waiting for.
Here it goes. 4.43.
Not bad at all.
Caleb Douglas of Texas Tech.
For 40, it's a good run.
It's a little better.
Malachi Fields. Off and running.
4.62. I feel like he could.
Get that down. That would be the goal for him.
Yeah, I think he could do better than that.
Somewhere in the 4.5s. Yeah.
A little bit of a slow start, but 4.44.
Chalk.
Here we go.
4.4. Let's take a look at the official 40s presented by EA Sports Madden. You can also see the projected.
Taylen Green smashed it, of course. What's that? 4.36 fastest time. What do these numbers on the right here mean? 94, 90, 84, 82, 78. But yeah, interesting.
Madden speed ratings for each individual. Haynes King, man. Projected Madden speed ratings for each individual.
Oh, okay, it's for their projected Madden score.
4.46 too. I mean, we were talking all about Taylen Green's second fastest time ever for a quarterback, but Haynes King, darn good. And then the receivers, you got Deion Burks, Man, 3 flat. Nobody ran a sub 4.340 in the first half of receivers, but
TBD on that.
right now their average time is 4.42, which would be a new record. And then the quarterbacks, can they keep everything alive since we've had 5 for 5 in fastest groups ever at the combine?
2 from LSU.
Right now, 0.01 behind.
Watch his film. The more I watched, the more I fell in love with his style. It is very competitive and physical. How about this one-handed snag against Oregon and then just refusing to be tackled? He is so strong in his lower body, and it shows up after the catch. Here he is. How about the route polish?
Sent him.
Go here, sell the slant, create all kinds of separation, and then again the physicality and the yak. How does he not go down here? Maintains his balance, spinning off tackles, absorbs contact, and then there's the game winner you referenced. How about high point the ball? And I still don't know how he was able to navigate that and get a foot inside that white line.
He's someone to watch for sure. I wonder where he's going.
Really just Bobby Trees, huh? Robert Woods now is coaching. Is retired and has now gone to the coaching world there with the Rams. So ultra tough, ultra competitive, and not only popular with the fans here, popular with a lot of the personnel guys here as well. But getting a chance to see him work out, I think you'll see some of the things that we saw on tape. Explosive after the catch, big time burst. This guy gets out in the open field and he pulls away from everybody. Big time pluck and go. Once he catches it, he transitions up the field. He can fly. Now there are some
good
drops.
with his momentum.
He has had some drops this year. I think they're more concentration than hands. There's the quickness at the line of scrimmage. And then, oh, by the way, in the return game, he had 2 punt return for touchdowns as well, which has always been a good indicator for wideouts. Guys that have that type of juice and performance in the return game, usually that equates quite well on the offensive side of the ball. So you look at Matthew Golden from last year. We discussed him the other day.
His name's actually Conception. That's crazy.
For him in year number 2, but very similar size guys, and both guys play extremely fast.
He was a first-round wide receiver. Actually, one of my favorite moments of the draft, when Mark Murphy got out there and basically let everyone know the first-round wide receiver drought was finally over for Green Bay.
Have you guys hit subscribe, by the way? Make sure you guys are hitting subscribe and smashing that like button.
Well, we've got the Gauntlet coming up here, Rich. And we referenced it
Gauntlet
just a minute ago, talking about Puka Nacua.
Yep.
And go back to that drill. He didn't run the 40 here, but he ran the Gauntlet, and it was impressive with how he was able to stay right down that line, running at his top speed and catching the ball so naturally. Here's going back in the Wayback Machine. Look at him on that 30-yard line. Full sprint. The utmost confidence in his hands to catch this thing on the run. No gathering, no gearing down, just running right through the ball and those strong hands.
See ya.
He is outstanding.
They're like glue.
I mean, that Seattle defense, we saw how.
Okay, this would be a good one to see.
Puka had his way with that group twice. Incredible.
Here, and then you're going to make your first catch from that quarterback right
Sanjay Lal, there you go.
So
Chargers receiver coach.
Catch, and then take off down the line. There's your first catch. Yeah. So, yeah. Okay, start here. I'll give you a go call.
Same receiving room for the Chargers this year, do you think?
They're all young. I mean, Keenan Allen is up, so we'll see what happens there. But they got 3 young guys: Quentin Johnston, Ladd McConkey, and Trey Harris. And then they got Aronde Gadsden, the tight end, on a rookie deal. They got Amarian Hampton, the running back, on a rookie deal. Like, they might have the cheapest, but also incredibly talented skill position group in the league. I mean, they're all on rookie deals.
I think you should use the word least expensive.
Okay.
Rather than cheap.
You like that? Oh, yeah. Valuable.
Okay.
Yeah.
So first one up.
Cost efficient.
There you go. I mean,
Workshop that I think we got where we needed to get.
you went brevity.
Yep. So
Aaron Anderson.
I'll give you a go. You're going to spin, catch there first. Ready? Okay, go. Nice.
Okay.
That's good job. Good speed.
Oh. Okay.
Now transition.
Nice job. Nice job gearing down once he got to the sideline, stay in bounds and go.
Dylan Bell, Georgia.
Okay. Nice.
Charles.
Nice.
Hey guys, just
Nice.
Omar Cooper, and he said
Nice.
that
He's a little bit
has
far
done
out from the line, but he done good.
drills at Pro Day, and I asked him why, and he said short week of training.
Hit it.
Nice.
Those guys that play the national
Nice.
championship game,
Nice.
those teams.
Nice. That's a nice run.
Caleb Black is still working out somewhere, isn't he? That was unbelievable.
I think I could do this one.
Not here.
Nice. Nice.
The number of guys in
Nice.
that had that long season, I
Nice.
think there's a good number of those Miami
Easy.
Indiana players that aren't doing the entire workout here. That's not a long time to get ready.
He's
Nice.
already
Nice.
gotten the kudos from the
Nice.
crowd. If he wants to do more, just sit
Ooh,
next to
unlucky.
Fernando.
No kidding. But Jacoby Lane from USC was just cozied up to Fernando. That's just a nice
Nice.
ego boost to be on the
Nice.
screen and hear the fans cheering
Nice.
like
Oh, unlucky.
that. Boston's got to catch that ball. Tough when you're running and you get a low one. You'd much rather have it a little bit up
Nice. Nice.
high when you're a bigger guy.
Nice.
When I get it, nice. catch.
Nice. Good.
That was nicely done.
We're watching Branch when he was at Bishop Gorman High School. And he
Also
looked like
comes,
he was
you
10
know,
times faster
has a
than
lot to do
every
with what
high
kind
school
of
field.
balls you get thrown at the same time. Nice. Nice. Solid. Solid.
Coleman's going to be a slot guy, CD.
I prefer seeing this drill than the 40-yard dash. Nice.
On the heels of Luther Burden coming out of there the year before.
Nice. Nice. Nice.
Talked about the 7 drops
Nice.
he had. There's a focus on that drill. Excellent.
He stayed on that line. Nice.
DJ Daniels.
Nice. In stride. Very good.
I see him open up and run a little bit more there.
And open to the field. Go.
Yeah, the hardest one to catch in this drill is almost the one that's just right on your body. You would like it off of your frame so you can just use your hands and go get it. When it's on your body, you almost have to try and cradle it. A couple drops there for Fields.
Nice. Nice.
Tell you what, Fields and Boston have had some
Unlucky.
drops, CD. Those are guys I wouldn't anticipate seeing that.
No, not at all. And sometimes when you have that first one, you know what happens then. He just got to get himself snapped back together.
Going a bit wide.
Taylen Green's 40's officially 4.36.
His one didn't look too great.
Dion Burke's officially 4.3 flat.
4-3 flat?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir. Yes, sir.
that works.
That's a
Oh.
quite a mark. 4.36 for quarterback.
4-3 flat is insane.
Omar Cooper ended up being the 4.42.
Nice. Nice. Solid.
Taylen Green with the 4.36, 1/100th of a second off of the tying the fastest 40 in the history of quarterbacks at the combine. We simulcam him the break with Anthony Richardson a couple years ago, and DK Metcalf still has everybody in this race.
That's a big, strong dude.
The human bat suit wins that one. Back with more on-field drills with the current class of wide receivers when we return to
That's
Indianapolis
crazy.
in a moment.
4-3-3 Metcalf 2019. He killed that. That's crazy. 3-6 is fractions.
With them, but he stretched with them. Just getting ready. There we go. That's how your back doesn't tighten when
Yeah.
you're not working, right?
Oh, there's some long days here, interviews, medicals. He's trying to loosen up a little bit.
This is great, man. I guess
How about this when the numbers spit out? Talked about the competitiveness and the grittiness that Matt Ryan had, and you look at the size comparison, very, very close. The hands exactly the same. So cool when you see Matt Ryan in the
Very
building
close.
here.
Got a little bit of weight on him,
Those
though.
are coming into the draft. He will not be an Atlanta Falcon, but more than likely a Las Vegas Raider, and hoping to have a similar success that Matt enjoyed during his
I
career.
need a fucking haircut. That's what I need.
I mean, it was different, and he took a deeper drop. He
Okay, we see
hesitated
some
before
throwing
he
drills,
took
do
his
you?
drop and let the wideouts get out there a little bit just so
Nice.
he could uncork it, and it looked like it was going to hit the roof. Look at the height on these throws.
jeez.
I mean, just chucking it. It was definitely a show-off moment to show how big that arm was. Saw Lamar Jackson there in the background as he was walking back to the line.
Babyface Josh
Just a couple
Allen.
MVPs.
What are we doing here? Oh, passes.
Okay.
Nice.
Ball. Altmaier dropping it in the bucket.
Nice.
That's a beautiful throw.
Perfect.
Just dropped it in.
Yeah, just turned it over beautifully.
Like a dart. This is cool because you get to see two different.
That one was a little flat.
Ooh.
He's got to get that one up.
You get to see two different
Flat, he took it to the middle.
Yeah.
things at the same time.
Do you remember Joe Milton did this a couple years ago?
Yes.
The one that he might as well throw it into the stands. That
Anthony
arm was
Richardson
Nice.
too, right?
Great throw.
Yeah, there definitely been some big arms here.
Daniels.
He's had a solid throwing session.
Wow, that's
Daniels
nice.
has.
That was
That's a
beautiful.
Nice throw.
Right in stride.
He's got a little something.
Fignano here.
A little bit too much.
A little more air. Is that to Branch? It's hard to overthrow Branch with his speed.
Yeah, he put it out there on him early.
There you go. Oh, that was almost an extremely difficult catch.
Taylen Green. Let's see what he's got.
Yes.
It's Taylen Green.
Wow, just underthrow that one. Got to keep it on the court, as the coaches like to say.
See if throw two is a little bit better. So they're throwing it right.
Come on, man. I want him to do good. Oh,
That's a better
that was a throw. That was a throw. There it go.
Tell you what, Concepcion, for every time I've seen him, he's caught everything today.
Haynes King. That's a
About
top name.
Focusing on his hands.
There we go.
There we go. Nice. Dropped it in there.
Excited to see Ty Simpson spin it in this next group as well.
Yeah.
Gotta get that
Decent.
one out there.
Decent. It'll get a bit more ahead. So, what out of these two throws, did they pick your best one, or is it both throws count?
Pretty well.
Ooh, it's a little bit.
That's a flip.
This drop
Ooh,
is
it's good.
interesting. I'd love to know the teaching point there. CD, watch his left foot when he takes his first step. It's that little cheat step.
It's a cheat step to get. I think it's a cheat step to open him up to whatever side he wants to throw the ball. I think that's been
Ooh.
what he's taught.
What a
And
throw.
He throws a pretty deep ball.
It was a nice one.
Great throw.
So far, Deej, not much crow hopping with these quarterbacks either. I mean, they come back there and they set up and they throw it.
I tried to get back as soon as I could, and you'd see a lot of crow hop, and it was everything I had to get this thing out there.
DJ, I would have been back there like you hit the pistol on a 100-meter dash to try and get it out there for these guys.
I do appreciate the boos because I never have to look at the number to see who's up. I just know it's Beck's turn. Get that one out there a little bit.
Jalen Daniels. I've never come across any. Ooh, too much.
There you go.
Put out there.
How
Never
about
come
Jalen
across any
Daniels,
Jalen's over here.
Four-time captain. I mean, we hear about guys doubling down, but 4 times?
Pretty cool.
Incredible.
That ball jumped out of his hands.
Nice throw.
Thrown.
Come on, Jalen. Taylen.
Stacy?
Taylen Daniels said this week that being at the combine has been a dream come true.
Nice.
He's
There we
been
go.
dreaming of it since he was 7
There we
years
go.
old, Rich.
That's pretty cool.
It is cool.
Offensive Player of the Year. Okay. It's got a nice height to it. Nice.
It's a good opportunity for these receivers too to show their ability to kind of gear it down when ball's a little underthrown.
So hinge route, we're going 15 yards vertical, and they're getting to the top.
Here's Aller getting this one down there again. It's just effortless. He's got a huge arm.
That was a great throw.
See his ability. See if he can get his lower half involved here. Sometimes he'll kind of hang back and just use his arm here. You can see that. Look, you see him driving that hip, fires, and he's able to get his lower body a little more involved.
Yeah, the full twist and everything. The form is immaculate.
Man of the hour Taylen Green, Arkansas quarterback. Look at this frame, people. I mean, who does your dad comp you to?
Randall Cunningham.
Not a bad guy to be comped with. Okay, so a record on the vertical, 43.5 for you. A record on the broad, which was 11.2. Take me through the vertical.
I've been practicing it for a long time. I got some great trainers in Orange County. Shout out Excel, shout out Saji, Curry, Allen, all of them, Brock, all of them. And just getting me prepared for this. And, you know, they just said trust your training and let it fly and let it loose, cut loose.
Adrenaline is?
The best drug. That's what they said. Adrenaline is the best drug.
Yeah, kids at home, adrenaline's okay. Okay, so let's take a look at what you accomplished today. I'd like for you to take me through it. Here's your 40.
So the emphasis was the start. I knew my back 20 was going to be good. So just staying low and just telling myself just get out and run.
Get out and run is what you did. Here's your broad.
Yeah, broad. I was a long jumper my whole life, so I knew I was going to do pretty good in the broad.
That's what I was about to say. Broad, isn't that long jump? I used to love long jump. And high jump.
To see if I could touch all the way to the top.
But that's your best yet in your lifetime. That was your best vertical. Let's take us to the drills.
Oh yeah, just trying to stay smooth, get my feet there, and open up my hips, especially to the left. And in 3D, we've been working on these routes since I first got there. So yeah.
Yeah. So here is the look at your brother right here, Mike Washington. He ran a blistering 40. What do you think about those numbers right there, and just your brother?
To be honest, I'm not surprised. I've seen it since he first got here in the spring, and I'm just excited that everybody got to see it. So I'm definitely proud of him, and we're both, proud to represent Arkansas.
He was in tears. I was so happy. I know you were so happy. By the way,
W family.
Pretty cool. You weren't like a power forward in hoops. You were like a 2-3, which is a shooting guard.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna stroke that thing. I'm gonna shoot it. I'm a shooter.
We're trying to find quarterback 3 out there, and you and I were standing behind the quarterbacks as they threw it around a little bit. Anybody really impress you?
Yeah, we had some guys who are trying to make that case, right? Carson Beck from Miami, Drew Aller from Penn State. Taylen Green has been spectacular in both the field work and getting to start throw the football. So all these guys trying to get on the radar to be so-called QB3 behind Fernando Mendoza and Ty Simpson. And Carson Beck, he made a nice case for himself throwing the football today.
Yeah, and you know what? He is the first player to ever play the combine on the road.
Yeah, he really did, because playing University of Miami against Indiana in the national championship game, now he's back in Indianapolis with nothing but Hoosiers here.
Well,
They let him know. They let him know that they were here, even though they won the game. Those are beautiful throws.
Some good throws, yeah.
Drew Aller coming off injury. Remember, he had the broken foot and other injuries at the end of the season. Near the end of the season. This is his first time back, live audience throwing the football. And I thought he got more comfortable, Chris, as time went on. And with that comfort came confidence. And we started to see Drew Aller show off that big arm he's got. Timing throws started to come around, look at that, and then for the deep ball especially. Watch him turn this one loose. Bam.
He seemed to get more comfortable as the day went on, and let's remember, he did.
He hasn't been in front of a live audience in ages,
right,
because of the injury during the Penn State season. But now look at him. He's locked in now. Okay, go ahead and show it off, Drew.
Let it eat.
Go ahead, let it go. Look at that.
That was a dog.
Taylen Green, a lot of this is about athleticism, and we've never seen a quarterback put together the type of workout that the Arkansas Razorback did. 4.36 40.
Yeah, 4.36 official. That was 4.37 that we had unofficial. It became a 4.36. How about the broad jump at 11 feet 2 inches, best by quarterback combine since 2003?
And don't forget about the 43.5-inch vert. Those two jumps.
43.5-inch vertical, Chris, and 6 feet 6 inches tall.
Absolutely incredible. The question with him is, how's he going to play quarterback?
And that's going to be the key. Consistency in throwing the football, hitting the open targets. And I thought today he had a very nice workout throwing it. And DJ and I both talked about watching him. And look,
nah, he looks good all round. I'm not gonna lie. He's got the athleticism, he's got the speed, he's got the height, he's got the agility. The throwing looks pretty decent.
Same thing, and here's Casey Concepcion.
Yeah, he didn't run the 40, but he went out there. He told our Stacey Dales, listen, I was disappointed with the 7 drops I had this year in school. I've got to concentrate better. How do you think he did?
Well, words matter at times, right? He told Stacey Dales that, so he put himself on the line, okay? He said, hey, I want to clean that up. He did nothing but clean that up during his drill work today. I can't remember a single time that he did not come down with the football. His concentration, if those were concentration lapses during the season, he had none of that today. Look at him walking.
Yeah, them hands were sticking to them hands like glue.
And pucking it away. And once he gets his hands on the football and is able to turn upfield, that yards after catch is always going to be significant with Casey Concepcion. He does that quite well.
One of the other guys that could go in the first round is Denzel Boston. His measurements are similar to guys like Drake London and Tetaroa McMillan. He did not run a 40 here, but the big receiver out of Washington certainly opened some eyes.
He certainly has, and McMillan, remember, Offensive Rookie of the Year last year for the Carolina.
Yeah, them hands look good. They look sturdy.
In their offense. Remember, McMillan had that volleyball background, so he knew how to go up and get it. I don't know if Boston has a volleyball background, but he also knows how to go up and get it.
Different dimensions for Zachariah Branch, but he is explosive, and he caught everything. Great workout for him.
A terrific field workout for him. The fast part, we all knew about. Let's see with the rest of it that comes along with it. No problem.
Yeah, this guy, he's basically stayed on the line the whole time.
So when he starts to run routes and he's working out of the slot, if you want to jostle him, he's got the strength now to hold up against some of those press coverages, but you better get your hands on him, because if you don't, he's left you way behind. Look at him with body control there. And I think he got both feet down.
Sure did. Go get it. He also ran a 4.35 40. He was one of a half dozen receivers in this first group to run a sub 4.4 40. The all-time record for a receiver group is 10. We still have half the field to go, Charles.
Yeah, I think that number's gone.
Yeah.
But we'll just have to confirm it when we go into this next batch. They'll go ahead and give it to us. But what I was really impressed with Branch, the way he caught the football, that was all hands. Very strong in what he did.
All right, let's check out some more of the workout. The broads and the verts, they've been doing that right behind. Getting a lot of buzz this week out of UConn.
Yeah, I told him where Fran Brown, the head coach, is here, because we call him a power works related to the block. Now their bell was sensation. They couldn't stop him at all. I call him a power slot, even though he's not a big guy, but he's strong and physical in there. And Dion Burks, can he fly? Absolutely. That translates with the vertical, and it translated to the broad jump. 42.5-inch vertical. He may be short in stature, but he's big in production.
Yeah, not to mention a 4.3 40. This guy was incredible. He's over 6'5", Jeff Caldwell. Look at the jumps.
And with guys who are sick, that height and that length, how many times, Chris, have we talked about guys like that we said they have build-up speed? That we see them, once they get rolling, it's hard to slow them down. That looked more like what Mike Evans did in his prime. Remember how Mike Evans came out and ran? We kept expecting, oh my God, did he just run 4.3 something? That's what we had here with Caldwell.
Yeah, among receivers, 6'5" at the combine. He is the fastest, he has the best vert, he has the longest broad. It's pretty good.
And the longest legs.
And the longest legs. I know, you walk past him, you're like, my gosh, what does he do out there? Absolutely incredible. Still another group of pretty talented receivers and some quarterbacks, including Ty Simpson out of Alabama.
No, this was very interesting. I ain't gonna lie. This was good to see. I want to see more of them throwing and catching drills. I'll be real. That really intrigued me. Maybe I need to watch part 2. But yeah, this was good. This was good. Let me know you guys' thoughts. What other drills would you like to see me check out? And don't forget, make sure you guys are hitting that subscribe button, smash the like button, and I'll see you on the next one.